Hi, everyone. Welcome to Learn English with Podcast. I'm Nikki.
And I'm Tony. Today we have a fun topic for you, the beach.
Yes, the beach. We'll talk about how you can improve your English while enjoying your time at the beach. We'll share our own stories and later we'll hear from some special guests.
Exactly. So, let's dive in. Nikki, do you like going to the beach?
Oh, I love it. The sound of the waves, the warm sun, and the sand between my toes. It's so relaxing. Plus, it's a great place to practice English.
Absolutely. There are so many things to talk about at the beach, like ordering food from the beach cafe, talking to new friends, or asking for directions.
Yes. I remember last summer, I went to a beach in UK. I wanted to order an ice cream, but the menu was in English. So, I asked the person next to me in English, "Can you help me, please?" And they were happy to help.
That's a great example. You can use simple English phrases to communicate and most people will understand and help you.
What about you, Tony? Any fun beach stories?
Well, I remember a time when I was in Australia. I wanted to try surfing. I didn't know much about it, so I asked someone on the beach, "Can you teach me how to surf?" It was a bit scary but also exciting, and I learned a lot of new words related to surfing.
That sounds amazing. Beaches are also great places to meet new people and make friends, right?
Absolutely. You can join a volleyball game or just chat with someone about the weather. Like, "Isn't it a beautiful day today?" Or, "How often do you come to this beach?"
Yes, and talking about the beach is a great way to practice speaking English in a relaxed setting.
And don't forget it's also a perfect place to learn new vocabulary. Words like towel, sunscreen, sandcastle, and shells.
Right. So, listeners, get ready to hear some interesting beach stories from our guests. They will share their experiences and you'll learn how they used English in different situations at the beach.
We hope you enjoy the episode and maybe even learn some new phrases.
Now, let's meet our first guest. Her name is Emma. Hi, Emma.
Hi, Nikki and Tony.
Hi, Emma. We're happy to have you here. Can you tell us a bit about yourself?
Sure. I'm from Italy, but I've been living in Australia for 2 years now. I love going to the beach, especially here in Australia.
That sounds wonderful. Can you share a story with us about your time at the beach?
Of course. Last year, I went to Bondi Beach with some friends. We wanted to try surfing. None of us knew how to surf, so we decided to take a lesson.
Oh, that sounds exciting. How did you arrange the surfing lesson?
Well, we saw a surf school right on the beach. I walked up to the instructor and said, "Hello, we want to learn to surf. Do you have lessons for beginners?" The instructor was very friendly and said they had a beginner's class starting in an hour.
That's great. So, you used English to ask for the lesson. How was the lesson itself?
It was so much fun. The instructor explained everything in English, of course. He taught us words like wave, board, paddle, and balance. At first, it was difficult to understand everything, but he used simple words and showed us what to do.
That's fantastic. Did you manage to stand on the board?
Yes, after a few tries, I did. I was so proud. And it was a great way to practice English. We had to ask questions like, "How do I stand up?" And "When should I paddle?"
Wow, that's impressive, Emma. Did you make any new friends during the lesson?
Yes, we did. There were other beginners in the class from different countries. We all spoke English to communicate. It was a mix of simple English and some hand gestures, but we understood each other.
That's the best part about learning languages, meeting new people and making friends. Do you have any tips for our listeners on how to use English at the beach?
Sure. Don't be afraid to ask questions. People are usually very helpful. Also, try to learn some specific beach vocabulary before you go. Words like towel, umbrella, sunscreen, and lifeguard are very useful.
Great advice, Emma. And remember, listeners, practicing English at the beach can be a lot of fun. You don't have to be perfect. The important thing is to communicate.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for sharing your story, Emma. It was really inspiring.
Thank you for having me. I hope everyone enjoys their time at the beach and practices their English.
We hope you enjoyed Emma's story. It was so inspiring to hear how she used English to learn surfing and make new friends.
Absolutely, Nikki. Emma showed us that the beach is a fantastic place to practice English in a fun and relaxed way. Now, let's move on to our next guest. His name is Lucas. Hi, Lucas.
Hi, Nikki and Tony. It's great to be here.
Hi, Lucas. We're excited to have you on the show. Can you tell us a bit about yourself?
Sure. I'm from Brazil, and I'm currently studying in Canada. I love going to the beach, even though it's a bit different here in Canada compared to Brazil.
That's interesting. How is it different?
Well, in Brazil, the beaches are warm and sunny almost all year round. Here in Canada, the beach season is shorter, but it's still a lot of fun.
I bet. Do you have a beach story you'd like to share with us?
Yes, I do. Last summer, I went to a beach in Vancouver with some friends from my English class. We decided to have a barbecue.
A beach barbecue sounds amazing. How did you organize it?
We planned it together. I had to ask for permission to use the barbecue area, so I went to the beach office and said, "Excuse me, can we use the barbecue area this afternoon?" The staff was very nice and said we could.
That's great. So, did you and your friends use English to organize everything?
Yes, we did. We made a list of things we needed, like food, drinks, and plates. We also had to decide who would bring what. It was a good way to practice words like grill, cooler, marinate, and utensils.
Sounds like a lot of fun. Did anything interesting happen during the barbecue?
Yes. While we were cooking, a group of people next to us asked if they could join us. They were tourists from Japan. We ended up having a big international barbecue.
That's wonderful. How did you communicate with them?
We used English, of course. We talked about our countries, shared food, and even played some beach games together. It was amazing to see how English helped us connect with each other.
That's a fantastic story, Lucas. Did you learn any new words or phrases during this experience?
Yes, I did. I learned words like skewer, seasoning, and flip when we were grilling. Also, we played beach volleyball, so I learned some sports terms like serve, spike, and dig.
Those are great words to know. It sounds like you had a wonderful time and learned a lot.
Lucas, do you have any tips for our listeners on how to improve their English at the beach?
Sure. Don't be shy to talk to people. Beaches are social places, and people are usually in a good mood and willing to chat. Also, participate in activities and games. It's a fun way to learn new words and phrases.
Great advice, Lucas. And remember, listeners, the beach is a perfect place to practice your English and make new friends from around the world.
Thank you so much for sharing your story, Lucas. It was really inspiring to hear how you used English to bring people together.
Thank you for having me. I hope everyone enjoys their time at the beach and practices their English.
We hope you enjoyed Lucas's story. It was amazing to hear how a beach barbecue turned into an international gathering.
Yes, it was. Now, let's meet our final guest. Her name is Sophia. Hi, Sophia.
Hi, everyone. It's great to be here.
Hi, Sophia. We're excited to have you on the show. Can you tell us a bit about yourself?
Sure. I'm from Greece, and I'm currently working in the UK. I love going to the beach, especially during my holidays.
That sounds wonderful. Do you have a beach story you'd like to share with us?
Yes, I do. Last summer, I visited a beautiful beach in Santorini with my family. It was a lovely trip, and we had a great time.
Santorini is such a beautiful place. What did you do there?
We did many things. One day, we decided to take a boat tour to see the nearby islands. We wanted to see the famous sunset from the sea.
That sounds amazing. How did you arrange the boat tour?
We went to a local travel agency. I asked the agent, "Can you help us book a boat tour for the sunset?" The agent explained the different options, and we chose a small boat with a local guide.
That's great. How was the boat tour?
It was incredible. The guide told us many interesting stories about the islands. We also learned some new words like harbor, anchor, and lighthouse.
Those are useful words. Did you get to talk to other people on the tour?
Yes, we did. There were other tourists from different countries. We all spoke English to communicate. We shared stories about our travels and took lots of pictures together.
That sounds wonderful, Sophia. Did you try any local food during the trip?
Yes, we did. After the boat tour, we went to a beachside restaurant. I wanted to try some traditional Greek dishes, so I asked the waiter, "Can you recommend something local?" He suggested trying moussaka and fresh seafood.
Moussaka is delicious. How was the food?
It was fantastic. We enjoyed the food and the beautiful view of the sea. It was a perfect ending to a perfect day.
That sounds like a dream vacation. Do you have any tips for our listeners on how to use English while traveling?
Sure. Always carry a small phrasebook or use a translation app. It helps a lot. And don't be afraid to ask questions. People are usually very friendly and willing to help.
Great advice, Sophia. And remember, listeners, traveling is a wonderful way to practice English and learn about new cultures.
Thank you so much for sharing your story, Sophia. It was really inspiring to hear how you used English to enjoy your holiday and connect with others.
Thank you for having me. I hope everyone gets to experience the beauty of the beach and practice their English.
We hope you enjoyed Sophia's story. Now, it's time to review some of the new words we learned today.
Yes, we learned a lot of interesting words during our beach stories. Let's go over 8 of them.
All right, let's start with the first word, surfing. Surfing is a sport where you ride on waves using a special board. Emma talked about taking a surfing lesson at Bondi Beach. Remember, she learned words like wave, board, paddle, and balance while surfing.
Next word is barbecue. A barbecue is when you cook food on a grill outside. Lucas shared his story about having a beach barbecue in Vancouver. He learned words like grill, cooler, marinate, and utensils. Remember, barbecue is a fun way to spend time with friends at the beach.
Our third word is sunset. A sunset is when the sun goes down at the end of the day. Sophia mentioned taking a boat tour to see the sunset in Santorini. Watching a sunset can be a beautiful experience, especially at the beach.
The fourth word is anchor. An anchor is a heavy object that keeps a boat in one place. Sophia learned this word during her boat tour. The guide dropped the anchor so the boat wouldn't move. Remember, anchor is used to keep boats stable.
The next word is lighthouse. A lighthouse is a tall building with a light that helps ships find their way at sea. Sophia saw a lighthouse during her boat tour. Lighthouses are very important for safety at sea.
The sixth word is harbor. A harbor is a place where boats and ships can stay safe. Sophia mentioned seeing different harbors during her tour. Harbors are usually busy places with lots of boats.
Our seventh word is lifeguard. A lifeguard is a person who helps keep people safe at the beach or pool. They watch the water and help if someone is in trouble. When you go to the beach, it's good to know where the lifeguards are.
The last word is shells. Shells are the hard coverings of sea animals that you can find on the beach. They come in many shapes and sizes. Kids love collecting shells when they play on the beach.
Let's quickly review the words again. Surfing, barbecue, sunset, anchor, lighthouse, harbor, lifeguard, and shells. These words are all related to the beach and can help you describe your beach experiences better.
Remember to use these words when you talk about your beach trips. The more you use them, the easier it will be to remember them.
We hope you found the vocabulary review helpful. Now, let's wrap up today's episode.
Yes, today we talked about enjoying the beach while practicing English. We shared our own experiences and heard great stories from Emma, Lucas, and Sophia. We also learned some useful beach-related vocabulary.
Remember, practicing English at the beach can be fun and easy. Don't be afraid to talk to people, ask questions, and join in activities. The more you practice, the better you'll get.
Exactly. And don't forget to use the new words you learned today. Let's review them one last time. Surfing, barbecue, sunset, anchor, lighthouse, harbor, lifeguard, and shells.
We hope you enjoyed this episode and learned something new. Practicing English every day can help you improve quickly.
Yes. Make sure to listen to our podcast regularly for more fun topics and useful tips. You can subscribe to our podcast, give us a like, and share it with your friends.
Also, we love hearing from you. If you have any stories or tips about learning English, please share them with us. Who knows?
You might be our next guest. Thank you for joining us today. Keep practicing and enjoy your time at the beach.
This is Nikki.
And Tony. Goodbye and see you next time on Learn English with Podcast.
Don't forget to subscribe, give us a like, and share this podcast with your friends.
Have a great day, everyone.
See you next time.